how you doing? Welcome if you're new, if you're turning. Cosmic Star family, how you doing? It's your girl, Lady Leo, and we're going to dive into the energies. But as always, we're going to cleanse and set the space, call in spirit. Hi, Robin. Hey. Hi, Morpho77. Hi, Mac. Constance, Onyx, how's it going? Y'all welcome. Hi, Susan. Oh, cats are going crazy already. Y'all got chaos going on? Hey, girl, hey. Hi, Carolyn. To say I love you. Hola, ¿cómo estás? Hi, Lo and Bo. Hi, CTW Lucas, what's going on? Oh, y'all, it's taking forever for this to light. I'm over here trying to smudge. How y'all doing? Welcome. Oh, it's taking forever for this to light. I'm over here trying to smudge. How y'all doing? Welcome. Cleanse your energy. Good juju for you. Hi, Jamie. How you doing, Jamie? Design. That's cute. Design. Happy New Year, love. What's going on? Grand Rising. Cleanse my energy. I don't have no music tonight. All right. Hi, Nicole. Hi, Anthony. We're going to Palo Santo. We're going to protect too. Because y'all been messaging me that y'all been going through it. We definitely going to protect. What's going on? How have y'all been? Things have been crazy for me. So y'all know, I just wrapped up holiday/birthday season in my personal life. So my son turned 14. 14, y'all. On December 3rd. Then it was Christmas. Then it was New Year. Then my baby girl, she turned 13 on the 4th of January. And then my 1-year-old just turned 1 Saturday. So yeah, it's a crazy season. So I just got that wrapped up. I got one more birthday to take care of in March. My other BBG, she'll be turning 11 on the 17th of March, but I got some time to recuperate at least. How y'all doing? Welcome. Protect your energy. Good juju for you. Protect my energy. Good juju for me. We're going to call in spirit together. Happy New Year, Daphne. Happy Capricorn. Hi, yeah, happy birthday, Capricorns. We're going to talk about the rest of Capricorn season in just a minute. Hi, Luthen. Hi, Cruz. God always wins. How you doing? Hey, look, we got some OGs in the chat. What's going on, y'all? Hi, Whack. Hi, Luthen. Hi, Cruz. God always wins. How you doing? Hey, look, we got some OGs in the chat. What's going on, y'all? Hi, Whack. Lee, I got your payment. By the way, personal readings are open before we call in spirit. There's a new way to do that. I've reformatted the whole thing. So it's no longer Cash App, Venmo, PayPal to get it readings. This is to protect you from being scammed and protect me from people pretending to be me, okay? The only way that you can ever book a reading is through my link in the bio, stan.store/Lady Leo Spiritual, okay? All my live readings are done that way too. It used to be a little bit different, where if you wanted a private reading, you went to my website, and if you wanted a live reading while I was live streaming, you would just send payment while I was live, which you can still do, but you have to go through the Stan Store link in my bio, okay? And again, there's scammers out there pretending to be me, that y'all are paying, or some of y'all have paid and y'all never got a reading, and that hurts my heart. There's out there pretending to be me, that y'all are paying, or some of y'all have paid and y'all never got a reading, and that hurts my heart. That to entice you to get a reading, okay? That's not me. That's not how it works. Okay, let's call on spirit. Enough of that. Hi, Danny G. Hi, Alicia. Hi, Kev. Hi, T. Hi, Brittany. Going through some big changes. This fire horse, yeah, y'all, it's the fire horse year. It's a big year this year. We'll talk about that in just a second. Okay, here we go. God, Source, Universe, Angels, Ancestors, Spirit Guides, Council of Light, Ascended Masters, and all other benevolent beings of light of the third heaven and higher, I ask that you shield us in a holy, divine, white light of protection. Shield our space, our energy, and this stream from any outside negative energies, entities, and it is not allowed here. Spirit, I ask that you aid, guide, and support me in channeling the best and highest messages for the collective during this time supposed to be. Thank you, Spirit. All right, y'all, here we go. So this specific live stream, we're going to go over the rest of Capricorn season, what you can be expecting to experience, especially on a collective level. So we'll talk a little bit about astrology and the planets and that kind of stuff. And then we're going to do a card reading, okay? Because that's what y'all usually here for. Y'all really want the tarot readings. So yeah, it is a big year though, y'all. Okay, so numerology 2026. That makes this a 10 year or a 1. So this is about new beginnings. All right, so we've wrapped up a lot of stuff, right? So you may have a little bit of residue of that you may be feeling this year, right? But this is a lot about this new start, this new beginning, finally experiencing those, you know, those energies and those things that it is that you've been manifesting, right? Okay. So here's our astrology report. Hi, Kim Con. How you doing, love? By the way, yeah, I have 3 people in line. Angie, I've received payment from you. Nicole C. and Ethan. If y'all are wanting to get in line again, link in bio. It's the top 2 ones. It says live readings. I only have 2 available. There is the express reading, which is $22. And then I have the extended, which is $44. So it's kind of self-explanatory. Express would be a quicker reading. The extended is more in depth. So just depending on what it is that you're looking for. Okay, so again, back to astrology though. So for the remainder of Capricorn season, we have a seasonal theme of authority, structure, and soul level maturity. Okay, that's a big one when we talk about like maturity, right? Not necessarily like in a human type of way. This is on a soul level. Okay, so Capricorn season is the final initiatory gate of the solar year. So just because we're in like a new calendar year, the way that we're experiencing a new year, we're still in the zodiac. Astrologically, we're still in the other year. Okay, or we're still in the year that it is that we were previous in. Hasn't completely closed out yet. So this is where intent becomes responsibility, vision becomes structure, and fantasy is stripped away in favor of what actually lasts. So there's a lot of illusion. Vision becomes structure, and fantasy is stripped away in favor of what actually lasts. So there's a lot of illusion. So the collective is being asked, what am I building that will stand in 5 years? Right? Think about Capricorn. Capricorn energy, it's all about structure. It's about rules. It's about discipline. You know, what represents it is the goat, right? Or the sea goat. But the goat, what does the goat do? It climbs the mountain, right? All the way to the top. Those steep ass mountains, step by step. Okay? So we're thinking long-term success, long-term structure. Where must I take full ownership without blame, excuses, or projection? I don't know who's hitting that heart button, but hello. Let me ring the bell for you. I'm sending all that love and light back to you times 10. Thank you for being here. Hi, Manuel. Thank you for the heart. Jesse. Oh, you like my jacket? Thank you. It's newer. I've been trying to wear it anytime I get a chance. It's a little cold in here, and it matched my shoes. So, hi, TS. How you doing? All right. So, yeah, where must I take full ownership without blame, excuses, or projection? So this is where we're owning our ish. Okay, we're being authentic 100%, and we're not really giving a flip who, what, when, where, what thinks about it. Okay, and that's okay. That's a good thing. So that's like one of those things where, like, let's just say you ain't completely healed and you still got a little ways to go. Okay, you can own your toxic ish. You know, you can just say, like, look, I understand that I have an issue there. I'm working on it. You know, you own it 100%. You're not making excuses. You're not pushing blame on anybody else or anything else. You know, you're taking accountability. That's beautiful. What systems in my life need discipline, boundaries, or long-term planning? So where do we need more discipline at, right? Y'all have heard me explain it this way before. How many evenings are you spending at the corner down at B-Dubs having your drinky drink on instead of focusing on like a goal or something to do to better yourself or to help you get out of a rut, right? Sometimes that happens, you know. Sometimes we get sidetracked or we get sucked into the abyss of it all. You know, the doom and gloom, and we end up finding temporary pleasures and unfulfilling things to kind of fill that void, right? So where do you need more discipline? It won't look like that for everybody. Some people just sit and doom scroll, you know. That happens to me all the time. I get caught up in doom scrolling instead of what it is I'm supposed to be focused on, right? All right, so Capricorn is ruled by Saturn, which is the planet of karma, time, mastery, and consequences. This makes the remainder of the season sobering but empowering if you're willing to do the work. Okay? Here's some key Capricorn placements that are being activated. My big year B-Day, September 26th. Great. Yeah, you got a lot of abundance coming your way. 12/26/26. That's crazy. Hi, Miss Treezu. How are you doing? Hi, The Fool. Thank you so much for liking the live. Hi, JR. Migo. What's going on, y'all? Hey. Another one like back to you, Tom's 10. Thank y'all so much for being here. So true. Healing is a work progress, but trying to not focus on the same as yesterday. Yeah, it is a work in progress, y'all. Y'all got to remember to give yourself grace when you're on a healing journey, when you're even aware that you're on a healing journey. You know, it's challenging. It's eye-opening. You know, you're going through awakenings back to back, right? So give yourself some grace and remember that, you know, it takes a lot of patience. It does. It takes a lot of patience, especially when it's not moving as fast as we hope that it would. You know, the whole process. It does. It takes a lot of patience, especially when it's not moving as fast as we hope that it would. You know, the whole process. So here's some key placement. So during the rest of Capricorn season, Capricorn energy dominates the material plane here in the 3D. So Sun in Capricorn, which is focus, purpose, ambition, leadership, and legacy. Ego lessons around humility, practicality, patience, and earned authority. So this is respect that you've earned. You know, it's not like you're expecting people just to bow down and they don't even know who you are. This is respect that you've earned. Collective push toward realism, practicality, and self-respect. So Mercury in Capricorn. Communication becomes very direct, strategic, and intentional. Less tolerance for emotional chaos, over-explaining, or circular conversations. You know those conversations that you have with somebody, or you get into an argument and there never comes to a solution. It just stays, it just keeps circling around and around and around. You're not putting up with that, okay? Or collectively, we're not putting up with that during this time, you know? Or having to over-explain yourself for things. You don't feel the need to explain yourself. Like, I'm doing it this way because I'm doing it this way. It's just is what it is. Get with it or get stepped in, you know. This energy is excellent for contracts, business planning, negotiations, and difficult but necessary talks. You feel like you have to have a difficult talk with somebody? We call it a come to Jesus meeting down here in Mississippi. I don't know what they call it where it is that you're from. But where I'm from, we call that a come to Jesus meeting. And this is when you sit somebody down and you give them a little bit of a reality check, you know? Like, look, we need to talk. We need to have a conversation about this. Mars influence. This is very supportive Earth alignment. So energy is slower, but it's more deliberate. So yes, if you kind of feel like it's been a little slow at the beginning here at the beginning of 2026, okay, that's to be expected. There's some other transits that are coming up that's going to help us shift out of that, though. So just hang tight. Less impulsive action and more calculated moves. So if you feel like you've really been planning things out or feel the need to plan, you're in alignment with this energy. Okay. Anger may surface around injustice, laziness, or irresponsibility. So if you feel like you've done wrong, be careful about getting caught up in your emotions, right? This is Mars. Mars is the god of war, okay? Energy of war. It was very about getting caught up in your emotions, right? This is Mars. Mars is the god of war, okay? Energy of war. It was very passionate in your emotions there. Not saying that you should stick up for yourself. There's a difference, okay? But laziness may be getting on your nerves right now, okay? People that just are energies or situations where, you know, just they want it and they want it now, and they don't want to put in the work for it. They just want to sit there and have stuff fall in their lap. Like, it don't work like that, you know? There's a lot more that goes into it. So you may have very low tolerance for shit like laziness or irresponsibility, you know? Capricorn. That's also, not to say everybody, you could have this heavy in your chart somewhere, but I feel the need to bring it up since we're talking about Capricorn. Capricorn energy matures really fast, very young, you know? And my BBG, the one that just turned 13, y'all, she came out of the womb going on 30. Grown. So yeah, you have to think, even as a child, even in adolescence, Capricorn energy just in general, you know, it's very mature. It's very wise. So irresponsibility is just not something that you may feel like you have a whole lot of tolerance for during the very wise. So irresponsibility is just not something that you may feel like you have a whole lot of tolerance for during the words without action hold no weight right now. Yeah, you don't want to hear people talk about it. You want to see results, you know. Let me go back up on the comments. Hi, y'all. How you doing? Hi, Daniela, Wendy. Thank you so much for reposting. David, thank you. I'll ring the bell for you. Thank you so much for reposting. David, thank you. I'll ring the bell for you. Miss Phoenix, how you doing, love? Agree, I'm starting a new health journey and I'm going to be victorious. Yes, y'all. This is the year to be victorious for sure. You like that come to Jesus meeting? Yeah, that's what we call it down here. Reality check is a come to Jesus meeting. Is it freezing up on y'all? Hi, JB Gonzo, how you doing? Yeah, it does. The same as I got unstable connection. I hate laziness. Can't stand stupid jokes. I wish I was more fun. Are you boring? No, it's not necessarily that you're boring. It's things that are more practical, or you invest time in things that are more practical, right? That's just Capricorn. You get what you see is what you get, you know? So I wouldn't necessarily say that's boring. When I'm in my I'm a Capricorn stellium. I've got like 4 Capricorn placements, especially my outer planets, but that's how I am sometimes. When I'm zoned in and focused on something, I don't have time for ish. I don't have time for games. I don't have time for jokes either. Like this, we're in work mode right now. You know what I mean? And when you get focused, we're planning things out. We're being strategic. Like we don't need all this extra. I ain't got time for it. So don't think of it that way. It's not that you're boring. Hi y'all. Thank you for being here. All right, let's see what else we got on here. Hi Maria. Tomorrow's your birthday? Happy birthday. Am I have to sing happy birthday to you? Hi Maria. Tomorrow's your birthday? Happy birthday. Am I have to sing happy birthday to you? So major transits influencing the collective. So Saturn's ongoing authority check. So yeah, Capricorn's ruled by Saturn, and that's the authoritarian. I can't even say it. I don't even like saying it. The authoritarian of the group. Okay. So immature emotional reactions, avoidance of accountability, dependency patterns, financial, emotional, and energetic. So collectively, institutions, leadership figures, and systems under Saturn's gaze face exposure or restructuring on a personal level. People feel the weight of, I can't avoid this anymore. So if you feel like you've been putting things off, you may be feeling like, okay, I can't take it anymore. I have to address this now. In lots of different aspects. So Earth alignments during Capricorn season favor long-term manifestation over instant gratification. Remember, it takes time to build things that are going to last a lifetime, right? So that long-term manifestation is what it is that we're focused on, not instant gratification, because things can leave as fast as they come in. You know, we're really wanting to build things that are going to have longevity. Financial planning, debt management and investments, health routines, consistency and discipline. So this is a wish, not hope energy. This is a build and maintain energy, right? So we're not wishing and a hoping and a praying just gonna fall in our lap. This is a take action, getting our hands dirty type of energy. So here's some lunar phases and their impact during Capricorn, the rest of this season. When the moon activates Capricorn, emotions become internalized. So you may not feel very emotionally expressive right now. People may appear emotionally distant but are deeply processing. So take that into account too. If you're feeling that way, like you're internalizing a lot of emotions, like you don't really want to hash out or feel the feelings or discuss the feelings, all right? Take note that other people around you may be feeling the same way, okay? So there may come a time where you feel more like expressing yourself emotionally now may just not be the best time for that. You may just not be feeling up to it. Collective exhaustion may surface. Burnout awareness is high. So yes, are you taking the time to rest? Thank y'all for all the love. Send all that love and light back to you times 10. Thank y'all so much for being here. Right? Are you taking the time to rest and rejuvenate? Y'all was reading about that last night. What was it? Y'all know those Korean face masks? Well, they sell them things at Marshall's for like $5.99 for a box. Well, I found a whole pack of 50 for $14.99. And y'all know I love a sale. Y'all know I love a deal. Y'all know I love stuff like TJ Maxx and Marshall's. So I decided I was going to splurge. Y'all know I love a sale. Y'all know I love a deal. Y'all know I love stuff like TJ Maxx and Marshall's. So I decided I was going to splurge. So I had but I was reading about, do these masks have any like, what's the reviews on it? Do they work? Is it worth the hype? You know, did I buy something that's going to be worth it or whatever? And it was talking about, it's like collagen mask, and like I think it's got retinol in it or whatever. So I was like reading about that, and it was talking about the highest, the higher cortisol levels are, the more that you stress, the more that you age. Sleep. It said sleep was the #1 thing to keep you from aging too fast. Sleep, rest, rejuvenating your batteries. Like, I don't know who needed to hear that and why I need to go all the way around the world back to explain it to you. But yeah, are you resting? Are you rejuvenating your batteries? So even y'all that are all up on your skincare journey, your healing, physical healing journey, rest is the best thing that you can do. Rest is the best thing that you can do. Career versus family. If you've been like a workaholic, maybe that's a boundary that you need to have with yourself so that you can have more family time, so that you can, you know, connect with your loved ones. Duty versus emotional needs. This is a hard one. How many times have you put your emotional needs aside because you felt obligated, like there was a duty, like you had a duty to do something? I bet a lot. I bet if you really sat there and started thinking about it, I bet you could fill up a whole piece of paper. Strength versus vulnerability. That's another one. That's a hard one. It's difficult. It's already difficult to be vulnerable to begin with, right? So, in what ways are you not being authentic because you're afraid to be vulnerable? That's one to think about. So there's just some journal prompts for you. So, where can you prompts for you? So, where can you felt obligated to do something, to work, or, you know, to be there for somebody when maybe you didn't necessarily. You felt obligated to do something, to work, or, you know, to be there for somebody when maybe you didn't necessarily be your authentic self because you're going to have to be vulnerable, and that was kind of scary. So here are some ways that you may be feeling: emotionally reserved or guarded, highly aware of time, aging, and wasted years. Yeah, I just talked about that. That's another thing, okay? Yeah, we got to find a balance with that too when we're talking about wasted time, wasted years, okay? So yeah, you don't want to waste any more time, but at the same time, did you really waste that time, or were you learning things? You know? So that's a balance. I feel that's just a personal thing. I feel like you have to find the balance with that, because you'll sit there and get caught up in everything that you wasted time on, and not necessarily that you wasted time on it. You know, it's just like a perspective. You're just looking at it from that viewpoint. Wasted time on it. You know, it's just like a perspective. You're just looking at it from that viewpoint. song on replay. Called No Drama by Tyra. Like, no drama. I ain't about the drama. I don't want the chaos and inconsistency, right? We can't depend on things that are inconsistent. They're not reliable. Drawn to solitude, focus, and personal sovereignty. So yeah, you may feel like you want to isolate a little bit and focus on your own interest or building something. Okay, so some of you may be having a relationship. Here comes my southern accent, y'all. Relationship reassessments, career pivots. Y'all, this is a big one y'all been messaging me about, is the career pivots. And I know a lot of y'all are going through some hardships in your relationships, not just romantic. I know some of y'all are struggling with like a family member. But the career pivots I've been getting a little bit more lately than relationship stuff. Cutting off energy drains. Yeah. If you feel like it's draining you, like it's siphoning off of your energy, now's the time to cut it off. Reclaiming authority from people or systems that once dominated you. So this is where you've given up your own personal power to a person or a system or maybe even a place, a career, because it projected that it has some sort of authority over you, and really it doesn't. It has no authority over you. I was just having a conversation with this about to someone the other day. So basically it was a career reading, and this person's having a hard time like in the workplace, you know, and they feel the need to like overeating, and this person's having a hard time like in the workplace, you know, and they feel the need to like overperform, up there with overachiever. And I had to remind them, it's like, you have two other options, you know. This job, this place, this person, they don't have any authority over you. You could take your skill set, not go get a whole new job at a whole new company, but you can start your own damn business with what it is that you're doing. Nobody has any authority over you. Call your power back, you know, and that's all this person needed to hear, you know. So maybe that's for somebody out there, you know, but we're reclaiming authority from people or systems that once you let dominate you, you know. So yeah, just remember that. It's not life or death. You're not going to shrivel up like a raisin if you lost your job today. Is it going to be hard? Yes. Is it going to be challenging? Yes. Are you going to have to pivot and make new moves and put yourself out there? Yes. But you're going to shrivel up like a raisin? No, boo-boo. Sun's still coming up tomorrow. You still got air in your lungs. Blood's still pumping. You're going to be all right. And sometimes we just need somebody else to kind of snap us out of that, you know. So maybe that's for somebody. You're going to be all right, boo-boo. Capricorn energy becomes destructive when worth is measured only by productivity. You are worth more than what you're able to produce. Okay? You are worth so much more than what it is that you're able to produce. I want you to remember that. All right, here's our mantra. Our mantra for the remainder of Capricorn season. I build what is worthy of my time, energy, and legacy. So that's what you're focused on. What is worthy of your time, your energy, and your legacy. So this season is not about being liked. F those people. They don't like you. Where did I see that at? I'd rather be the wolf everybody hates than the donkey everybody rides. I don't remember where I saw that. I think somebody sent it to me on one of my Facebook business page. I'd rather be the wolf everybody hates than the donkey everybody rides. It's not about being liked, okay? It's about being aligned. Not about rushing, but about mastery. So yeah, we're not rushing the process. We're not rushing through things. We want it right. We're looking at all little nicks and crannies. We're making sure that our bricks are in place just right. So we go in to mortar that shit, that it ain't all messed up when we get the final product, right? And it's not about proving yourself, but it's about becoming undeniable, right? People may not like you, but best believe they're going to have, not about proving yourself, but it's about becoming undeniable, right? People may not like you, but best believe they're going to have to, they have to say it when you're not around. You know what I'm saying? All right, y'all. I hope that gives you some insight into the rest of Capricorn season and the energies that you may be feeling, or the way that we may be feeling on a collective level. We're going to get into some cards. Poor donkey. Hi, Isabel. How you doing? I learned quite a bit. You embrace that. That's good. Thank y'all so much for liking the live. Venerated Inquisition, welcome. I need to contact someone about my situation, but I don't know who. Ancient as fuck. Uh-oh. Uh-oh. Hey, 9.4K likes. Listen to all that love and light back to you times 10. Hi, Carolyn. How you doing, Carolyn? You were resonating with it all? Oh, you don't know if that's good? Well, it's not bad. It's not necessarily bad. There's a saying that if you died on the job, you would be replaced tomorrow. That's true, y'all. Y'all think about that. Those of you that think about it. If you passed away tomorrow, they would have you replaced in 24 hours, or looking for a replacement. Like, yeah, don't give up all your personal power to that. If that's what is bringing you down, if that's what's giving you hardships, you know, y'all just remember that. Hi, Big Hunk. How you doing, love? Thank you for being here. Hi, Pamela, Chatal, Napier, Sarah, I'm sorry. I'm sorry. Sarah, I'm so sorry. I messed up your name. Hi, Vin Pak. Hi, Nicole. Hey, thank you for the manifesting globe. So all that love, like, back to you times 10. Hi, Jose. How you doing, Jose? Hi, y'all. What's going on? Okay, so we're going to pull some cards on the energy and see just what comes up, comes out. What you need to know right now. Hi, Evis. Best and highest messages here. What do we need to know? What do we need to see? What do we need to hear? By the way, I still have personal readings open. There's only one way that you can get in line for a reading, and that's the link in bio, stan.store/LadyLeoSpiritual. It's $22 for an express reading, $44 for the extended reading. Currently have 3 people in line. All right, here we go. Best and highest messages, Spirit. What comes up, comes out. You know what? I'm going to start off with this one. We shifting. Hi, Kitty Cat. Thank you for the follow. Hi, Ann. Thanks for liking the live. How y'all doing? All right. Thanks for all the ways you show love and support. Brother Raccoon, a safe place for you to go. So, yeah, that does tell me that right there. The situation that you're dealing with, whether that's at work or this family member, because I'm just saying family member, because that's the most that y'all have reached out to me about lately. There's a safe place for you to go. To find stability, to restructure, to realign. Kind of getting like the Four of Swords. You know, when you got to kind of go within for a minute, sit in your room for a little while, rethink things. You know, is this draining me? Is this for me? Is it for my most loving, highest good? Is this going to help me grow in any type of way? Or is this just here to siphon my energy? It's just here just to distract me from, you know, what I need to be focused on. Give me some more. Best and highest messages here. Hi, Joanne. Hey, Pisces. Got Pisces in the chat. Reppin'. How you doing? Little Alan. Wisdom is light as a feather. Both of these have lots of feathers on them. Maybe you're seeing feathers. And wisdom is light as a feather. Both of these have lots of feathers on them. Maybe you're seeing feathers. Me personally, it represents ancestor energy or passed over loved ones. So they're some sort of wisdom that you've gained through experience. There's something that you've been through. It's going to help you move through the situation. Here we go, y'all. Hi to Trayla. Hi, Carla. Joe, Fabi, Ola. How you doing? Hi, Meg. Welcome. Katrina. Thanks for the love. Send all that love and light back to you times 10. Hi, Corey Goodness. So Violet Duchess, here they are, y'all. Stifled, bored, and stuck. I was kind of hoping this card wouldn't come out, but it did. So these are the naysayers, okay? This is typically a person in your life who's looking at you and they beside themselves because you're doing something, you're building something, you're focused, and you're happy doing it. I've missed you too, Carla Joe. Is the music a portal to the energy I listen to? Absolutely, yes. Music is definitely a portal. It's not even just the portal, but you have to think it's frequency. It's vibrations. It's words, you know, spelling, S-P-E-L-L, spell. We speak things into existence. So yes, the music that it is that you're listening to can definitely manifest a different reality. What you focus on expands too. So think about it. If you're really sad and upset and you're listening to like really dark, sad music, you're only expanding that even more. Does that make sense? You're only attracting more of that energy into your life. So if you're somebody who's got good things going on and you over there sipping on some brandy or some whiskey listening to Morgan Wallen's ass, you're going to manifest some of them situations in your life. Just saying. May want to go listen to something like I Am Phenomenal, you know? Or switch it up. Alright, but anyway, back to this reading. You got people looking at you and they're just like, oh, these people are, Daphne, these people are boring. I know this ain't you. I know this ain't you, boo-boo. I gotta pick on Daphne a little bit, y'all. She says she was boring, and I don't think so. I don't think that's what it is. I think she's a woman on a mission. You've been listening to more Nordic music lately? That's pretty cool. Alright, Spirit, best and highest messages. That's not you, baby. Alright, but anyway. Yeah, you got people over here that are like, and let me tell you something. People like this, they act like they're unimpressed. They have some sort of negative shit to say about what it is that you're doing. You want to know why? Because they ain't got shit going on. If they had shit going on, they wouldn't have time to be looking at your ass. You know what I mean? If they had interest, if they had anything good going on, why they wouldn't even be focused on you. Give me some more, Spirit. What else is here? So, yeah, this is someone that you have history with. All right, Spirit says you already have the wisdom that you need to not get stuck in this person's energy. Glamour, intrigue, and drama. I did a reading earlier today about something similar to this. So, between now and the end of Capricorn season, something similar to this. So, between now and the end of Capricorn season, an energy siphoner, a vampire, okay? And they're coming in and they're trying to intrigue you with something. It's to start up some sort of drama. Can you get a bell for that? Hey! Send all that love and light back to you times 10. You want me to ring the bell for you? Thank you for being here. So yeah, you already have a safe place to go, okay? So this may not even be like a physical place, okay? This could be like a mindset or like, you know, a perspective or a way of being. You already have a safe place to go or to be. You're already being protected from whatever the hell this is. I mean, didn't they know? They should know by now. You're already being protected from whatever the hell this is. I mean, didn't they know? They should know by now. Bats in the belfry, you can achieve great things. That's why, whatever energy this is, they know that you're capable of achieving great things. Storm angel, collision of belief styles. You irk this person. by the way you dress, by the way you talk, by the way you show up, by the way you express yourself. Everything about you, it sets this person off because there's a collision of belief styles, attitudes, and energies. Cowboy Casanova. Oh, hell no. We don't want no Cowboy Casanovas. You can take that shit over there to the Jezebel. Well, go hit up Jezebel. We don't want it over here. Hi, Sierra. How you doing? Thank you, Stacy, for the love you so much. Send all that love and light back to you times 10. Want it over here. Hi, Sierra. How you doing? Thank you, Stacy, for the love you so much. Send all that love and light back to you times 10. This is where it is that we're going to shift to. Okay, I did a little mini reading that was kind of similar to this earlier, and it kind of keeps coming back to like, there's a situation here where you're getting ready to walk into, and people are expecting you to be inexperienced. People are expecting you to be like the rookie. Like you don't know what you're talking about. Like you brand new, you're fresh meat, okay? And it's almost, you're about to shock the system here with whatever this new thing is, okay? So I don't know if they're launching a business. I don't know if you just started a new career. I don't know if this is, you know, maybe you just started school or you got put on a project or something. Whatever it is, though, you know your shit. And somebody is about, it's about, whatever it is, though, you know your shit. And somebody is about, it's about to set. They done skunked with the wrong one. Why am I thinking about skunks now? This person may stink. Like their energy stinks, yes, but I mean, like you may like physically be able to smell them, and it may not be like BO. It may just be like the scent that it is that they wear. You may find it like not very appealing. It's not to be a total bitch, okay? But I'm just saying, you know. Some of y'all, this person may have BO, but that's not where I was trying to go with that. You can just tell. Energetically, maybe you're even like, the way they smell may even be giving your intuition like a little. Yeah, there's something here. It's like people can see how far you're going to go before you even realize. Before it all becomes clear in your mind, it's like other people can see how you're going to achieve great things. And there's somebody here that's like, they don't like it. This person's been uninspired. This person's been traveling up like a damn raisin. If you're from the router, get an extender to plug near your current area. Yeah, I might have to, y'all. I'm actually in my brother's apartment on the other side of the property. And I know he's got Wi-Fi in here because he plays PlayStation when he's here. He goes live on the thing. I don't know. Oh, hey, Oscar Diaz. How you doing, love? Sounds like a they problem. Oh, it's definitely a they problem, boo-boo. Hi, Marie. How you doing, Marie? Give me some more. Give me a few more from this deck, and we're going to pull some tarot on this. You inspire trust and confidence. What? I told you. Something you thought finished bursts back into life and find solutions in unknown places in the darkness. Uh-huh. Okay. So far, this is what it is I'm getting. Spirit's letting you already know that not only are you protected from this energy, okay, whatever path you're on, it was already promised. It's already in alignment, okay? You have the wisdom that you need to get through the situation. There's somebody here that mistook you for some sort of rookie. Like you didn't know your shit, like you're fresh meat. And they realizing that they skunked up. They messed up thinking that. Because you do know your shit. You are experienced. You hit the nail on the head every single time. Like you know what it is that you're doing. So be wary about this person coming into glamour and cause some sort of BS with you between now and January 21st, 23rd time frame. See, you've inspired trust and confidence. Okay, so a company, a boss, a business partner, somebody you're working on something with, Y'all, this could even be a church group, okay? I don't know. This could be something you're volunteering to do. But whatever it is, okay, you're inspiring people to trust in you, okay? You're inspiring people to have confidence that something's going to get done because you're on the job, because you're the one that's in position. And I don't know if someone else got demoted or removed or overlooked this time, but they don't like it. Just like you said, it's a they problem, ain't it, Techuela? All right, Spirit. Let's get some of these Moonology cards. Best and highest messages here. What else we need to know? Hi, Roxanne. She said, I finally made it. That's all right. Replay will be posted to YouTube. Thanks for the love, y'all. I'm sending all that love and light back to you, Thompson. Let me ring the bell for y'all. Thank y'all so much for being here. Definitely missed you. Y'all, for some of you that are like freelancers or whatever, okay, I don't know if you just launched something new, if you changed something up, you did something different, but someone's seeing you as competition. Because they're declaring like, I'm hearing that song, War. Good God, God, what is it good for? Absolutely not. Like, no, like, that's exactly how it's going to go. It ain't good for them. They better recognize. First quarter moon in Scorpio, release your blocks. Blocks have been released. So you just trucking right along here. Let your fears dissolve. Cancer energy. So if this is something that's been stressing you out, or maybe it will be here in the next coming like 2 weeks. 11.1K likes. Hey! Send another like back to you, times 10. Thank you for being here. 111. Know that you can let your fears dissolve, okay? The blocks have already been removed. It's already promised. You're already in alignment for whatever success it is that you're meant for. New moon in Cancer, relax. Yeah, a lot about relax. You got it in the bag already. People already recognize who you is, boo-boo. First quarter moon in Virgo, assess the situation. So we need to reassess the situation, okay? You're not the fresh meat. You're not rookie of the year. You're not brand spanking new, okay? You done this a time or two, and you know what it is that you're doing. You're the person for the job. That's why you were put in position. Step out of your comfort zone. So you're being asked to step out of your comfort zone. Y'all, that's another thing. When you are in your comfort zone, you're not growing, you're not expanding, you're just there. So you want to get worried about wasting time. The only time you're wasting, when you are in your comfort zone, you're not growing, you're not expanding, you're just there. So you want to get worried about wasting time. The only time you're wasting time. Sign up for that class. Go do that thing that gives you anxiety out the wazoo, because you're going to have to talk to somebody. You're going to have to put yourself out there. You may have to smile. You may have to grin at somebody. You may have to shake somebody's hand. You may have to be the one that does the icebreaker. Get out of your comfort zone. This is what's making you grow. It's good for you. Okay? Let's pull a couple tarot on it. Let's see who this is real quick first. I haven't been able to find a job. Stressed out. I had to leave my job because of all the courts, and BD is not paying child support for the last 3 months. I'm a Scorpio. I've been positive. Good grief, Roxanne. You've been through it. Damn, you've been through it. I've been submitting application, and I've been getting rejected from like 4 positions. Rejection is protection, Roxanne. I know that's easier for me to say, just being up here live and just, you know. But think of it that way. Rejection is projection. Rejection is protection. Let it go. Detach from that. Move on to the next. Don't dwell on it. You know, our probate case is on January 28th, and it's stressing me out. Oh my gosh, Pamela. Did you just get like a date for that, though? Did they just get it scheduled? All right, who could this be? Hi, Steven. How you doing, Steven? Cosmic Oracle, thank you for the gifts, love. Hi, baby girl. All right, you or them. This could be you, it could be them. Put it where it fits, don't make it fit. All right, y'all remember the drill. If you're new, I read masculine energy as he, feminine energy as she. Split swap the roles to how you see fit. Time is fluid. I could say it happened yesterday, but it hasn't happened yet. You put your peoples in your timelines where they go, okay? All right. You or them. Yeah, we got romancer energy here. So somebody may be coming in to glamour you with something. All right, this is to distract you from what it is you're meant to be focused on, especially if this is in the workplace. We have the maid in here. Okay. So there's a lot of nurturing that it is that you bring to a certain situation, or you can make something grow. We have the thinker. You or them. Okay, you put a lot of thought into whatever this is. We have a trickster here. You or them. Kind of picking up on maybe they might be the trickster. We've got the dreamer. Okay. Yeah, dreamer, thinker, maiden. Loyal came out. Loyal to a purpose, loyal to a cause, loyal to yourself. Loyal in general. Give me a few more. You or them. Who can this be? Who can this be? Addict. Who can this be? Addict. You got some. And then we have shifter that came out as in Huntress at the bottom of the deck. See, look, you got your eye on the prize, eye on the target, you're focused, you're in alignment, you're good to go. We have shapeshifter energy though, okay? So this is where you're shape-shifting. You can pivot when you need to pivot. You may even have somebody, a trickster shapeshifter person who's trying to romance you or pull the wool over your eyes or just distract you with like love bombing or just being up your ass, okay? So just be wary of that between now and January 23rd-ish. All right, now we're going to pull some tarot on it. Best and highest messages here, Spirit. What do we need to know? What do we need to see? What do we need to hear? Hi, Miss G. I saw where you sent payment to PayPal. Yeah, I'll put you on the list, love. But by the way, y'all, if you're looking to get line for a personal reading, its link is in bio. It's the only way that you can get a live reading from me. Okay, it's new and only have 2 available. There's 22 for the express and 44 for the extended. All right, Spirit. Best and highest messages here. Anything else that we need to know about the person, the situation, moving forward? A star came out. Are you serious? Oh, I'm telling you. The star, the tower, the wheel of fortune, the ace of swords, the high priest. Look, all these are major arcana. This is a big deal. The 7 of swords, and the page of cups. Damn. You shine so bright. I'm telling you. And this is causing a tower moment to somebody. Your success, the way that you show up, it's just your energy. This person thinks it's the way that you sound when you speak, or the way that you dress, or the way that you look, or the way that you talk, or the way that you do. It's not that. It's your energy. That's what it is. And you're some sort of wish fulfillment here. Okay, you were put in whatever position that you're being put in for a reason. You know your shit. You're the solution. You're what someone else was praying for. Because you have the skill, the know-how, the experience, like you're the it thing. And it's causing some other person a whole tower moment. The wheel turned in your favor, okay? I just made a post about this earlier today, by the way. Fortune favors the bold. You even accepting this position or getting into alignment with it or taking whatever risk that it is that you took, okay, God, source, universe, whatever that looks like for you, backs that shit up. It's almost like a child that believes in Santa Claus or the Tooth Fairy, okay? It's that belief in something. It's that faith in something that you just go all in, where you put all the chips on the table, you know? That's what has this working out in your favor. I'm telling you, it's your energy. And you're in alignment for a spiritual jackpot here. Whatever that looks like for you, it's different for everybody, okay? For some people, that's just success in a career. For other people, that's monetary gain. For other people, that's, you know, blessings in other ways, connections, you know, fulfillment, you know, whatever that looks like. It's different for everybody. There's also a lot of clarity coming in too. I'm telling you, you are the solution to something. You are the it thing. You are the prize. Maybe you didn't see yourself as that, but someone else is definitely having to see you as that. There is no other way to look at it. So whatever this person's planning on doing, or this ish here, and for some of y'all, this is just self-sabotage, okay? This is those inner demons coming in and talk you out of a certain thing that you already earned, you know? Either way, a victory. Okay, it's a yes, it's a go for it. Listen to your intuition. You are tapped the fuck in. You are yes, it's a go for it. Listen to your intuition. You are tapped the fuck in. You are connected that you already know. You already know. I'm just giving you some sort of physical evidence here in the 3D that you spot on. Confirmation. But anyway, also, your intuition, the way that you're spot on with things, the way that you know, you just know shit. Okay, maybe you even sniffing out this person's ish. Okay, it's got them confused. Okay, because they definitely plan on sabotage and stuff. This is some shiesty ass energy right here. But you know what? Because you're staying true to yourself, you're listening to your intuition, you just shining bright like it is that you meant to do, boo-boo. Shine bright like a diamond. Because you're phenomenal, okay? It's causing some sort of upset and confusion. Like this person can't get away with the tricks that they used to be able to get away with at the workplace, with this group of people, you know, whatever that looks like. And best believe you attracting a lot of love into your life, okay? You're going to be getting a lot of praise, a lot of recognition for the work that it is that you're doing, or what it is that you're building upon here, what it is that you're contributing to. I heard something about your contributions. Time, love, energy, effort, whatever that looks like for you. You're getting praise for that. People are telling you. That's the message. That's them saying, I love what it is that you're doing. I love your energy. I love what it is that you bring to the table. I love what it is that you're growing here. I love working with you. Okay? So go ahead and bring to the table. I love what it is that you're growing here. I love working with you. Okay? So go ahead and expect them readings. Thank you for reposting, Blue. How you doing, love? Sassy Molly, how you doing, love? Hi, Jess. What's going on? Hi, Yvonne. How you doing, love? Sassy Molly, how you doing, love? Hi, Jess. What's going on? Hi, Yvonne. Did you need a spiritual pick-me-up? Hi, ballerina girl. Just remember. Okay, Daphne. Hi, ballerina girl. Just remember. Okay, Daphne's talking of losing your job. Yeah, that's true. That's true. I can see that. I think that's really good. You're going to be flying to Memphis soon to look at homes. Oh, good luck with that. Hi, baby girl. Hi, Lillian. Call those companies, get an arrangement, then look into your nurse school and hospital. They always have something. Yeah, I missed you too, Meso. How you doing, love? Look at all my OGs. Hi, Elizabeth. How you doing, love? All right, sassy affirmations. This is the part we get a little extra sassy, a little bit tooty. Okay, so if you don't like being called a bitch, exit out, scroll up, come back later. We're gonna get a little sassy here, okay? Tough love. Best and highest messages here. Hi, Humble 8 Savage. How you doing, sweetheart? Hi, Freaky. Hi, Faith. All right. What do we need to know right now, Spirit? What do we need to know right now? Listen, bitch. You deserve rest. Seriously, take a break. You workaholics. Don't forget to rest. That was a big message, even astrologically speaking, what it is that we're feeling. Okay? Take the time to rejuvenate your batteries. This is the biggest way to heal. Physically, emotionally, spiritually. It's okay to take a break and recharge your batteries. Rejuvenate your energy, okay? Listen, bitch. Give yourself the same love you pour out into the world. A lot of y'all will give a stranger the shirt off your back if they needed it. Why can't you do things like that for yourself? Why can't you love on you that way? You know, when you love on you that way, you're showing other people how to show up for you, how to treat you. You're showing other people how to show up for you, how to treat you. Or you can get to step in, right? I'm Mexican. We regenerate by working. No, it don't work that way. That's not how that works. That's some ancestral damaged curse that's been passed along. That's not how that works. Hi, Sweet Tea. How you doing, Sweet Tea? Hey, girl, hey. He says I'm Mexican. That's how we replenish our batteries. We just work. No, boo-boo. They lied to you when they told you that. My maiden name's Lopez. I know. They lied to me too. Hi, y'all. You doing? Welcome. Hi, Galaxy. Hi, Hexy Star. Hi, Bettina. I know all about it. We're not going to get into that. That's neither here nor there. It's a story for another time. Let me stay focused. Listen, bitch. Tell the negative assholes in your head to sit in a corner for a lifelong time out. What did I tell you about naysaying stuff, okay? So whether it's came out in this reading or just whatever you're dealing with in your own personal life, if you got people who are slandering your name, who are naysaying your ass, who are hating on you because you're trying to do better, be better, if this is your own dialogue where you're telling yourself you're not good enough, it's never gonna happen, who are you kidding, why the hell did you think you were actually capable of making it happen? You too. You tell that version of yourself to go sit in the damn corner. You go sit in time out till you can snap out of it. Maybe you need to be there for the rest of the life, okay? Listen, bitch. The things that you say to yourself matter. Be kind. There's a lot of this like dialogue energy coming out, okay? So this whole week, for the rest of this week, I want you to think about, I want you to be more self-aware of the conversations that you're having with yourself in your own dialogue, okay? The things that you say to yourself really do matter, right? We were talking about that a little bit earlier about, you know, when we talk, when we speak, the things that we listen to, the things that we're surrounded by. It's all spelling. We're casting spells whether we want to or not. That's why they called it spelling. We're speaking things into existence. Think about like that's how prayer works. You know, for people that are into things like prayer or, you know, other religions, they do chanting. You know, there's a purpose for all of that. It's very ancient. Okay? The things that you say to yourself matter. So be kind to yourself. Let other people know that they better be kind to you ass too. Listen, bitch, imagine how good it'll feel when you get done, keep going. Imagine how good it'll feel when you finally cross the finish line of whatever journey that it is that you've been on. Because a lot of us is different. It's similar, but it's different. It's not the same, you know. So keep going of whatever journey that it is that you've been on. Because a lot of us is different. It's similar, but it's different. It's not the same, you know. So keep going. Okay, give yourself some love. Tell all the naysaying haters to go sit in time out. Haters to go sit in time out. Start thinking how good it'll feel when you're done. Keep going. Take that next step. One more breath, one more step, one more fight. And gratitude to live to fight another day. You know what I mean? All right, y'all. I hope that you found a message that resonates with you. Thank y'all so much for popping in and hanging out with me for a time. Again, I have personal readings open. There's currently 4 people in line. We've got Angie. Much for popping in and hanging out with me for a time. Again, I have personal readings open. There's currently 4 people in line. We've got Angie. And if you're interested in getting your own personal reading, you can go to my link in bio. It's $22 for a mini reading. It's just quick to the point. Okay, it's about 10 minutes. If you want more in-depth clarity, answers, insight, card pull, okay, it's $44 for the extended. Love, career, life purpose, life path, you know, whatever it is that you're wanting. Okay. And again, that's link in bio or stand.store/Lady Leo Spiritual. All right. I love you. I love you. I love y'all so very much. By the way, I do have new services available as well. One of the biggest things that y'all require is spiritual. All right. I love you. I love you. I love y'all so very much. By the way, I do have new services available as well. One of the biggest things that y'all request. Oh, you can now book a live one-on-one reading, like a tarot reading with me. You can get a live one-on-one astrology reading with me. I've got weekly reports, monthly reports, yearly reports available. You can get a one-on-one energy alignment, or it's also a coaching call. So just depending on like what direction you want to take with that, that's up to you. So I have all of those available as well. So it's a live one-on-one chat that we'll schedule. We can either do it by video chat or it can just be an audio call if you don't want to be on camera. Okay. Candles? Y'all are wanting me to put some candles on there? I had somebody else ask me that too this morning. They asked why I didn't have my candle services there. So I'm gonna sit on that one, and I may bring that one back. But anyway, so yeah, just want to let y'all know again, everything is booked through Lady Leo, or I was gonna say LadyLeoSpiritual.com. stan.store/LadyLeoSpiritual, or the link in bio. Okay. By the way, if you're watching from YouTube and you made it to the end of this reading, be sure to leave me a comment. What's your zodiac sign, so I know what houses that we're represented down in the chat. Okay. And y'all stay tuned for memberships and things like that. I haven't been able to post a whole lot to my exclusive memberships and my subscribers on Instagram, TikTok, and YouTube lately. So I got some stuff coming, y'all. I ain't forgot about y'all. Things have just been crazy hectic. All right, y'all. Let me get this posted, and I'll see y'all in a few minutes for personal readings. All right. I will be live tomorrow on YouTube, same time, 8 o'clock Central. That's 9 o'clock Eastern, 6 o'clock Pacific. So I will not be on Instagram and TikTok tomorrow. I will be on YouTube live. Same handle as here at Lady Leo Spiritual. Hope to catch y'all soon. Love and light, y'all.